Hey guys, Al here, Tar River update. So right now you can see I have the weight racks off. Going to be putting that back together here, obviously before planting. The upgrade I did this go around or this off season. So this is the original arm. I want to show you guys. I wanted to beef these up a little bit. So I had a buddy of mine help, and if you can tell, let me switch this around. The thickness, it doesn't show in the camera all that well, but it's, maybe that shows it better. It's about double the thickness in steel. But what was really critical, so we've upgraded the springs, tack welded these brackets on. Now we upgraded this steel here, which has been, which I think is, I mean, it's going to add a lot of weight because, like I said, I'd have to ask my buddy who did the fab work for me. I think it was double the thickness. Obviously, we tried to trim down the top part in order to fit in those brackets. So you have it thinner, and then it gets thicker as you go down. But then also, on the original form, you see, these had a lot of slop in them, in these holes. So we tightened up that. It still fits in all the brackets, but we just tightened that up so there's not as much slop. Upgraded the bearings inside of all these discs. And then on this here, so the way that original bolt fits through, there's not only a lot of slop, but also that disc doesn't sit flush. So it sits on there, but there's a slight gap where essentially if there's pressure on that disc, it's going to want to go towards that gap, which is going to put more stress on your arms regardless of thickness. So we extended that out essentially so that that bolt sits and then that is flush in the arm, so it's complete coverage, which is going to, obviously, if there's any pressure, it's going to be evenly distributed versus wanting to tilt or turn. You know, still need to practice good drill, you know, processes, you know, slow driving, not doing sharp turns, all of that. But that's really the beef up. So we upgraded those springs. We've done the tack welding. We did lock nut on these, or Loctite, excuse me, on these nuts. Tighten them down with those better springs. And then we upgraded these springs in the past. And then we had welded on, I think I called it a T-post, but it's actually a U-channel post. And the reason we did that is we're planting green all the time, so we weren't noticing any problems with getting depth and getting the seed in the furrow, and we see perfect lines. This is, I think, year 5 or 6 for us. But that seemed like a weak point. Any time you get build up here, it would push on that previous bar, and if this pushes out, this whole drive wheel, which runs the whole gearbox, will actually fall apart. So by having a more stout piece of steel there, welded, it just kind of holds the whole system back together. A little bit heavier duty as well. So I'll probably paint that so it looks a little bit nicer. But I'll let you guys know how these new arms do. If anybody's interested, I can try to work with my buddy JR and see if I can't get the total parts list put together and kind of share how that arm assembly worked. So hopefully you guys like this stuff. You know, I do own a food plot company as well. We work with farmers, food plotters, etc. So check us out at vitalizeseed.com. Thanks for listening.